Helen, you mentioned to me, we talked a lot about building your internal brand and how important that is, and your profile. So what does that mean to you?
I think it almost starts by actually examining yourself and thinking about yourself, and actually taking time to think about, what do you enjoy? What do you excel at? What is your USP? Like, where are you going to be able to differentiate yourself and make sure that you can play to those strengths that you've identified? And obviously you can work with others in that conversation and exploring that about yourself. But more in respect of the kind of career development, ultimately it's owned by you. So it might be a two-way street with your organisation, but actually it is about you proactively managing that. And if you're going to think about how you maximise your opportunities, the first thing you need to do is you actually need to be aware of opportunities. Well, if you aren't doing your kind of internal networking and actually just spending time with different people within the business and going and getting to know people, you won't be getting to know about those opportunities. So actually the first thing you've got to be doing is in the entire organisation, both in your organisation and if you're looking externally, obviously doing this in an external lens as well, but internally, how do you find out about the opportunities? So who are you going to go and talk to? How are you going to make sure you know of them when they come up in the first place? And then the second thing is, will you be known? So will senior stakeholders who are doing resourcing of opportunities actually know of you in the first place? And how, again, will you have differentiated yourself so that people will go, do you know what, I've got an idea, I've got something I need working on, I'm going to ask X or Y. Because, again, to the piece a number of people have touched on already, getting those different experiences, that is actually what makes you stronger all round. So being able to go and do a specific project or step outside of your BAU role and volunteer for something that might be a divisional-wide or a group-wide global type project, doing the things that they might be completely outside of your role, but they might be diversity and inclusion ambassador type roles. They might be other things where you can go and develop relationships with senior stakeholders where they can get to know you and they can get to know what you are about and where your skills and your strengths are. The other piece, though, is about exposure events. That sounds like you're going to go and do something flashing or whatever. But we talk about in terms of, for senior stakeholders to know who you are, you've got to also build your credibility. So if you have the opportunity, and we would, in our organisation, I would take something like presenting to our investment committee as one of those exposure events where you might not get to do it very frequently. So when you do, you've got to make the most of it. So you've actually got to really make sure that you go and prepare as well as you can and that you are as credible as you can be, and you present in such a way that you will have made an impact to those senior stakeholders who you want in the future to think about you in a different way.